messed with the audio somehow, so I wasn't able to let you hear me, I guess I could say. We'll go take a look outside right now. I'll let y'all catch up. Hopefully, jump back on. Let's go outside. What's up, Blazer? We're back. Yeah, I was saying I think that phone call messed with the audio there. Let's go take a quick look outside. What's up, Sean? What's up, Robert? Yes, he does. Yeah, it is, bro. And I mentioned earlier in the stream, Butcher's gonna be having a gallery, and I forgot I mentioned the place, but check it out if you're in town, Sean. I know you might be around, and that's gonna be later this evening. I think at around maybe 5 or 6. I forgot the name of the location, but I mentioned it earlier. And then he also has an Instagram page, and I shared that link in the community page. So there's a link there to buy him a coffee if anyone's interested, or maybe if you're interested in buying an art piece, or maybe want some custom art done. I think he might be available for stuff like that as well. Onisha, greetings. Check it out. We got these Mad Maxes in tall cans and in different colors this time. Usually we just have black or yellow, but there's white now, red, and a silver. So anyone who needs a do a big paint job. 1 to 10, 420. What's up, Tate? Glad you popped in here, bro. We were sharing your link earlier. We were chatting about you last night. What's up, Benny Loco? We got to go visit you out in Joshua Tree here soon. Hopefully, we can make it out that way. Um, Tate, yeah, man. Post the link if you'd like for your doc that you dropped. I've been talking about it. I keep mentioning it, and yeah, I'm super stoked. I'm glad that some of that audio came through, and I seen someone in the comments talk about possibly some sort of growl, and we were also talking last night that possibly Tristan, Kaiju Ninja, might be interested in doing some deeper audio analysis there. And I know maybe you got people, maybe you could do that stuff yourself. I'm not sure, but or if you want to do that, I know you're busy yourself, Tate. But super cool to see uh, that series. And there's a previous one also from that same trip that Tate dropped, I think, a few weeks earlier. And then of course, your interview with Les Stroud. That was super cool. And I don't know if you've seen Bob Gimlin did an interview with him as well. So, oh, okay, cool. So you got some audio sent to you already. What's up, Brian? Yeah. Hope everyone's having a good one. Let's take these off. Yeah, I thought I'd hang out with you guys today. It's kind of a pretty chill Saturday here. Had a few customers come in. The artist is here, so I'm not alone. And I'm not alone because I'm with you guys. You know, that's a weird thing about, I don't know how, I know some of you may feel the same way, but and some people may feel it with even a tent sometimes, some almost like security when you're out camping, like a tent is gonna help you keep you safe or something. But I feel that. But a lot of times having a camera rolling, I think helps me in weird, scary situations sometimes. So, people talk about, oh yeah, you should be armed, and yeah, you should be, and we do take security precautions like that. But I think one of the best forms of protection out there is having some sort of recording device, because it seems like these things stay away from the camera, right? So if you point a camera at one of these, whatever it may be, alien, Bigfoot, dog man, whatever, I think just pointing a camera at it could be just as good as maybe some sort of high powered weapon. At least I tell myself that. Sheesh. So that phone call was mom earlier. Yep. Mom called me. And so, I had to answer that. And it was good news. I was like, I thought I was in trouble or something. It's like, what did I do, Mom? Mom and I have a great relationship. She's totally on board with everything I do, and I think most of the family is. Everyone, it definitely believes, and now with that thermal footage my nephew got, I mean, whatever that is, it's something, right? So my nephew knows for sure something's out there. And then I did a little short. It's kind of a sneak peek because I still haven't released the follow-up, and which I could probably do today. I just got to do a little voiceover over the thermal parts because there's no audio there. So maybe talking about it like this will push me to do it. I'm just got to find that energy and get it done. So yeah, my family's totally on board. They've seen things in the skies, and but they're just not out there like me looking for these things. Yeah, so Mike and I, yeah, we did heard that one time. So it was that particular part right there was a trip because it was right as you were doing the wood knock, I think, on that stump. Uh, there was knocking going on where we were hearing the sounds from at the same time. And so that's why you didn't hear that tape, but Mike and I heard it and we both reacted at the same time. So that was wild, man. And yeah, it gets me super excited. I know, like I was saying, for some people, yeah, whatever, it's just some knocking sound. But we were out there. You know how long we were out there, and we weren't getting that much action. But then that whole episode started, and it just kind of really flipped things around. And yeah, I felt like there was definitely something out there. I don't think it was a deer, although there is, we found signs of deer, bear, and all that. So there is wildlife in the area. But no, I think that was definitely something else, and they were pretty loud knocks, and I want to go through the video again and check that out because I just watched it yesterday when you premiered it and didn't get to do a rewind on those specific parts. So yeah, that was exciting. I'm glad some of that came through, and hopefully more comes out of that. And I was mentioning Tate and I are already talking about hopefully next year. Already planning some things. We're not, saying anything too much, but we're already talking some ideas, and so there's some things in the works. And yeah, we just gotta get our funding and our stuff together. I know I'm gonna need new tires for sure. These tires are pretty much done. I want to get the squeaky noise on my bumpers back. I want to get that fixed. There's a lot of little things that I should and need to get done on my rig. And I want to, add some things as well. There's a roof rack. One of those pop-up tents on top of the... I know, Tate, you're probably going to end up with one of those on your Jeep. Tate got a new Jeep, and that's been super cool out in the field, and it's been getting us into some really good places. And yeah, you just definitely need a vehicle like that when you're doing stuff like this. And Tate's out in Florida. Yeah, I'm waiting up also. I mean, not that I'm waiting up, but I'm excited and anticipating Jonathan's release too of his documentary, and see what he got going on there. There was a lot of both trips. There was a lot of knocking and popping sounds. Some of it could be due to some of the fires and stuff. And Bobo. Yeah, some of it could be due to the fires, and then the forest does make sounds, and branches break and all that. But I don't know. I feel some of it was really good. So there were some good loud ones, and then Damon was having activity before we had showed up in July, the days before we got there. So there was stuff happening there for sure. Yeah, anytime, Tate, we'll do a commentary. Yep, that'd be super cool. And I think I'm ready to do stuff like that. If not, I'll just use the phone like this. But yeah, it'd be cool to use some of the gear and maybe show some of the clips as well. Maybe there's pictures and clips, video clips that we could show from the trip and relay on that. That'd be pretty rad too, to do something like that. Yeah, and that's not Bobo. That's not a Bigfoot Bobo. I don't think. You wouldn't be on here. Ben T, what's up? Yeah, it's funny. Also on Spaced Out Radio the night before last, I think it was, they had these filmmakers on who were doing a documentary on some Lady of the Lake up in Washington. And I forget these certain areas that I guess Lee Strauss and Toby Johnson are really familiar. It's up in their areas there. And then Bumping Lake came up several times. So Bumping Lake's been coming up for me. Bumping Lake's been coming up a lot. I've been hearing a lot about it. I know Tate and Tristan and Brent and who else? Several other guys were up there doing Bumping Lake. So hey, there he is. The boss is here, guys. Boom, what up? Man, just check him out. There he is. We got him on camera, y'all. How you doing, bro?
What's up, guys? Good morning, bro. Yeah, good.
All right.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right. So, good thing bro's here. I hadn't heard from him this morning, so I never know his plans. All right. We got another customer. Y'all hang out for a sec. All right. Let's go back outside. All right, just checking the street here. We got some stuff going on behind us, so I'll keep pointing this way. What's up, Jeff? So yeah, someone had commented about the smell. We were talking about the smell earlier, and there's this particular, we're talking Farmer John and all that. This comment mentioned about them being at Citadel, and Citadel's right here, not far, City of Commerce, and it's a trip to Citadel. I remember when they put that up. There's these Babylonian statues that you could see from the 5 freeway, and that all sit outside of the Citadel, and it's a shopping. It's like a, what do you call it? Outlets, shopping outlets. And I don't go there often, but it was a trip because last night I seen a news reel on YouTube, and it was of the Citadel. There was an incident at the parking lot where these girls basically jumped this girl and her mom. I don't know if the mom got. It seems like the mom got jumped too, and it was over some a parking space. It was like over a parking space, of course, right? Some misunderstanding and who knows what attitudes, and fists started flying, and there's video of it. And while that all happened, someone snatched one of the girls' purses. And so I don't know, I made it to the news, and so I was like, oh, the Citadel. And then this morning I looked at my phone and I seen a message on YouTube, and it was mentioning something about the Citadel. I was like, what? And then I really read it later, and then it was like talking about, yeah, that this YouTuber was out shopping with their son at the Citadel, and that they could smell this horrible smell like I was describing the other night. And then that smell goes way back. Like I'm telling you, I was mentioning the city of Vernon here and like warehouses. But this, there's another smell that's very different from the Farmer John smell. And it's just like this chemically bad, like, I don't know, it's really weird. And so I've been commenting on that. And also, I think it was T-Bone who mentioned that maybe some of the spraying, and that's an idea that I've had before too, is maybe causing some of that strange odor around here. And I know it goes far off. I mean, even at home, I was able to smell it. And I mean, Commerce is not too far from here, but it's pretty far. So for that to travel out that way, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, let me know if anyone knows anything about that. Yeah, definitely Ben T put up some fart emojis. It's terrible. I like the emoji with the guy covering in his face and like The nose knows. Oh gosh. And I mean, and yeah, no, I won't get into all that. We will. That'll be another stream. Benny Loco, any strange sightings out in Joshua Tree? Can we get a report from there? Any strange happenings? Any dogmen or I've heard of reports of the Glimmermen, like these clear cellophane looking like clear looking beings, and any strange missing people. Anything weird out of Joshua Tree right now? My buddy actually came by the other day, childhood friend. He's actually more of my brother's age. He's a little younger than I am. Was showing me pictures that he took out in Joshua Tree. And there's one picture, and he says it's right by the what is it, the skull rock or something like that. Oh, bummer. Yeah. Well, I mean, even around the house, you haven't noticed any strange lights or any of this drone activity or anything like that? I mean, you're in prime. I mean, you're practically in the park. So cool to live out there. I really love visiting there. Yeah, so my buddy he went out to Joshua Tree recently, took some pictures, and behind this, I guess it's a skull rock. I forget what they call it. It's this rock that looks like a skull. He took a picture of what looked like a lizard to him, and it's like a giant lizard, and it looks like, yeah, it's made out of, like, it looks almost like petrified. It's like these rocks. So, and I'm really big into like what is it? Roger's work. I forget Roger's last name. Also, he's over Mud Fossils University on YouTube, and he looks at a lot of geological stuff and believes that there really are like creatures, like mountains and certain things are real, like creatures and stuff. And he gets DNA evidence, and some of these things are giants, and yeah, it's a trip. So check him out if you want to get into some of that weird stuff. I always like promoting some of these channels that I check out. And so this lizard looked like maybe it was like this prehistoric giant lizard. Yeah, Skull Rock. What'd you say about Skull Rock? Okay, yeah. And so, yeah, I'll share that picture because he did share it with me. And it looks like a massive lizard, but if it, and I believe it's possibly, maybe is what it is. If not, it's a gnarly case of pareidolia. It's just like, it's almost perfect. And it wouldn't surprise me that creatures like that were roaming around there. I mean, Joshua Tree just has that look. I've never been inside of the park. The time I visited you, I only made it to the outside entrance of the park. So I was like right at the border. There was a line to get in. I was a little short on time and funds. But yeah, it's definitely on the list to go back and go inside that national park there. Mud fossils to meltology. Yeah, that's a whole other thing, that anomaly that happens in this topic. The old world topic is that a lot of these structures and even like ancient sites that we believe maybe pertain to certain Native American tribes or indigenous tribes throughout the world. When you're looking at it with different eyes and learning about meltology, you'll notice certain buildings and structures will have weird anomalies around it. And then you'll still see like, I forget the names of them. There's some that are like basically carved into mountains, and you can see like pillars and stuff. It's just really weird how that construction was done. And so I think what happened there is maybe there was more to that structure, and it got damaged with by some sort of catastrophe or weapon or something like that. A lot of people theorize, and yeah, I could see that. I see it, and so I think there's definitely something going on there. Even a lot of the rocks and stuff at Joshua Tree, I question a lot of them have, like, they call it Skull Rock for a reason. There might be a, yeah, because it looks like a skull, but you might want to look into that a little deeper. It might actually be a skull. Yeah, weird stuff. And I think the world is like that. It's a lot of it's not the way we've been trained to see it. I think, yeah, we've just been programmed to see things a certain way, and like it's weird to see so many people like live like that and not be able to see outside of those programs, and just like, dude, it's amazing how this realm is, and for some people it's just real cookie cutter. Yeah, Giant Rock was amazing too. There's definitely something there, and I would like to do a deeper and because I touched on it. I recorded. I made a video there. I briefly touched on it, but I don't know the whole story with the guy living under the rock and him getting bombed and killed by a bomb, supposedly by I think military or the government, and how his wife sold pies there because it was a airstrip, right? And they say pilots used to pull up there, and she would make dinner and sold dinners and pastries and stuff like that to the pilots, and yeah, just the UFO activity that happened there, and he supposedly made contact with ETs, and it just goes pretty far out story, and a couple of people have done some YouTubes on it, but yeah, then there was the whole 'cause Giant Rock, part of it split, and from what I've heard is that there was a Native American lady who who predicted, and what's that other word when there's a word I'm looking for when you get a calling and almost like a download of information and you're able to predict something. She was like predicting that the rock was supposed to split, and if it didn't split, that the world was going to be basically effed. And who knows? Some might say we're effed already still, but and then the rock split the day after she made that prediction. So that was pretty far out, if that's true. And so yeah, Giant Rock, I'm definitely fascinated, and I love the area there. The camping was awesome. Definitely a good time. What's up, Tristan? We were talking about you earlier, bro. Sounds like you did a little audio work on that stuff that was on Tate's doc. So yeah, hopefully I get to listen to that. I could get a hold of Tate, and if he does have something, hopefully I have your permission to check it out. We're just hanging out today, man. Just here at the shop, posted. Got the artist outside. He's out there tearing it up. Maybe we should go take a look and see what's up. Sweet. Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. I do believe we captured something there. There was something, and I don't think it was your average wildlife. And it was just something I go by feeling, I just felt it. I felt it in me. It was just this vibe you get, and I'm sure you know what I mean. But yeah, that's exciting. Always exciting, and when you get a little action, and that was pretty much the highlight out of that trip. All the other days, there may be like some little sounds here and there. There was a particular moment that I didn't really get to talk about, and it was down at Laos Camp. And Tate, if you're still in here, you were all there. You guys were all, I mean, Ron, his girlfriend, and this was daytime, maybe midday or so, or sometime in later in the morning. And Laos Camp is known for getting weird sounds. People hear other people talking, like conversations, when there's no other people there. A lot of audio, strange audio, and a lot of us believe that it's due to the creek, because the creek flowing through there, and the way Laos Camp is set up is kind of like a bowl. And Robert Leiterman gets into all that from the Bluff Creek Project. He gets into that in the Return to Bluff Creek episode over on STM. And so there was this one point I could remember that Tate and Ron, his girlfriend, were in front of me, maybe about 10, 15 feet. I think we might have been getting stuff out of our vehicles or something like that. And we had already been there maybe a couple days or so. And this truck happened to pass by. And it might have been, now that I'm thinking about it, it might have been the guy who lives off the Go Road, who got interviewed for the Go Road. I forget, I believe, was it Richard? I forget the man's name, and I didn't get to meet him this time. I should have, because I seen him up in town. He came by our camp once for sure. I knew it was him. And then I seen him down in Willow Creek in town, and it was cool because I had seen him that morning, and then later I had gone to town that day, and there he was, and I knew it was him, but I didn't talk to him. I didn't want to bother him or anything. And so, yeah, so we're at Laos Camp, and I hear this truck drives by, which is a rare thing. Cars barely go by there at all. And if anything, it's going to be maybe a forestry. After this truck went by, and when the truck goes by, I mean, there's only like one way to go. The way it was going, it was heading towards the bridge, and so that's away from our camp. Beside me was the creek off to a distance, and I heard a loud and clear "yo," and it was a deep male voice, and I was like, "What the?" And I looked at Tate and Ron and his girlfriend. I'm like, "Hey, did you guys hear that?" They're like, "What?" They didn't hear it, and I was like, "Dude, someone just yelled "yo" really loud," and yeah, that was a trip. It's just one of those things. I didn't get to mention that in any of my vids or anything. I told a few people about it, and I told them on the spot there when it happened. And yeah, it was just one of those weird things. And that one was creepy because it was loud and clear. And no one would be in that area. I mean, you'd have to go through our camp and stuff. I mean, there's ways you could creep in through there, but no one would be creeping through there. There was no one around at the time other than that truck that had gone by. And yeah, I just know it wasn't them because even if they were to yell from the truck, it would have came from a different direction than where I heard that sound come from. So trippy thing at a Laos camp there. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna check out. Let's see. Oh yeah, Jonathan's gotten thing. I was there with Jonathan, and I don't know if you're talking about the some of the first audio Jonathan had gotten there, but there's been a couple times, or maybe even more than a couple times that I've been there with Jonathan when he's gotten his audio, so I believe it. And yeah, if there's anything Jonathan ever needs a second approval of, definitely there. And I love being in the field with Jonathan. He's him and I usually partner up, so I'm glad that's why it worked out perfect with Alex, and it was just like los tres amigos. But even with Tate too, Tate, Ron, and I work well together, and yeah, I really like that. I like when yeah, man, and hopefully we're gonna have you on board, Tristan. So I'm excited for that. Looking forward to that, man. Uh, and if you'd like to get my link, you could get a hold of me here. You could always, I don't know, the shop's phone's been kind of sketchy, but yeah, we could get a hold of each other too, even through like we got 11 thumbs up, 11 in chat. Bless up. um, yeah, through Tate. You could get my number through Tate or Jonathan, any of those guys. Yeah, feel free to do that. Get a hold of me, and we could even keep in touch and make this happen, man. Yeah, Ben T, we're about to be out here too, man. No worries. I'm not gonna hold you guys up. I just wanted to spend a little time with y'all, and yeah, just send some good vibes to everyone. I'll be in the YouTube streets here, so I'll be tapping into some chats. We'll see what people got going on today. You guys stay safe out there and stay blessed. One love, y'all. Peace. Good to see you as well. Good to see everyone.